जय श्री माताजी। ऑनलाइन उपस्थित विश्व के सभी साधकों का सुबह के ध्यान सत्र में हार्दिक स्वागत है। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी को वंदन करके हम सब ध्यान की स्थिति में बैठते हैं। आज चैत्र नवरात्रि की अष्टमी 8वां दिवस। आज हम श्री महागौरी देवी को वंदन करके आज का ध्यान करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी आज का ध्यान सत्र शुरू करने की कृपया अनुमति प्रदान कीजिए। हम सब सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं, कलेक्टिव बंधन। अपना चित्त हृदय में लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे हृदय में विराजिए। श्री माताजी आपकी कृपा में हमारा हृदय निर्मल, शुद्ध एवं विशाल बनाइए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी आपकी कृपा में हम केवल शुद्ध आत्मा है। तीन महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र।
सरस्वती
जय श्री माता जी। संतुलन करने हेतु अपना राइट हैंड पृथ्वी तत्व पर रखते हैं। फॉर बैलेंसिंग राइट हैंड ऑन मदर अर्थ। अपना चित्त ईड़ा नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। अटेंशन ऑन ईड़ा चैनल एंड सहस्रारा। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के ईड़ा नाड़ी पर तमोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व भूमि तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, by your grace, kindly cleanse our left channel. राइट हैंड गोद में, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की तरफ। अपना चित्त पिंगला नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के पिंगला नाड़ी पर रजोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व अहंकार आकाश तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, by your grace, kindly cleanse our right channel. लेफ्ट हैंड गोद में। अपना चित्त मध्य नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। अटेंशन ऑन सुषुम्ना एंड सहस्रारा। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें संतुलन दीजिए, हमें वर्तमान में रखिए। अपना चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर लाते हैं। काइंडली ब्रिंग द अटेंशन ऑन मूलाधार चक्र। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के मूलाधार चक्र पर श्री गणेश जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें अबोध बनाइए, हमें सुबुद्धि दीजिए। अपना चित्त मूलाधार पर लाते हैं। ब्रिंग द अटेंशन ऑन मूलाधार। श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। अपना चित्त अनाहत चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के अनाहत चक्र पर श्री जगदम्बा श्री दुर्गा माता की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हम सब निर्भय है, सुरक्षित है। मंत्र लेते हैं। श्री महागौरी साक्षात। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महागौरी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। अपना चित्त हृदय में स्थिर करके हम सब श्री नारायणी स्तुति का पठन करते हैं।
बालारविद्युतिमिन्दुकिरीटां तुङ्गकुचां नयनत्रययुक्तां स्मेरमुखीं वरदाङ्कुशपाशाभीतिकरां प्रभजे भुवनेशीम्। ऋषिरुवाच देव्याहते तत्र महासुरेन्द्रे सेन्द्रः सुरावह्निपुरोगमास्तां कात्यायनीं तुष्टुविरुष्टलाभाद्विकासिवक्त्राब्जविकासिताशः। देवी प्रपन्नार्तिहरे प्रसीद प्रसीद मातर्जगतोऽखिलस्य प्रसीद विश्वेश्वरि पाहि विश्वं त्वमीश्वरी देवी चराचरस्य आधारभूता जगतस्त्वमेका महीस्वरूपेण यतः स्थितासि अपां स्वरूपस्थितया त्वयैत दाप्यायते कृत्स्नमलङ्घ्य वीर्ये त्वं वैष्णवी शक्तिरनन्तवीर्या विश्वस्य बीजं परमासि माया सम्मोहितं देवि समस्तमेतत् त्वं वै प्रसन्ना भुवि मुक्तिहेतुः विद्याः समस्तास्तव देवि भेदः स्त्रियः समस्तः सकला जगत्सु त्वयैकया पूरितमम्बयैतत् का ते स्तुतिः स्तव्यपरा परोक्तिः सर्वभूता यदा देवी भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदायिनी त्वं स्तुता स्तुतये का वा भवन्तु परमोक्तयः सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गदे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते कलाकाष्ठादिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनि विश्वस्योपरतौ शक्ते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां हेतुभूते सनातनि गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागतदीनार्त परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्तिहरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते हंसयुक्तविमानस्थे ब्रह्माणि रूपधारिणि कौशाम्भक्षरिके देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते त्रिशूलचन्द्राहिधरे महावृषभवाहिनि माहेश्वरी स्वरूपेण नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते मयूरकुक्कुटवृते महाशक्तिधरे नघे कौमारीरूपसंस्थाने नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शङ्खचक्रगदाशार्ङ्ग गृहीत परमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवी रूपे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते गृहीतोग्रमहाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद्धृतवसुन्धरे वराहरूपिणि शिवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते किरीटिनि महावज्रे सहस्रनयनोज्ज्वले वृत्रप्राणहरे चैन्द्रि नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शिवदूती स्वरूपेण हतदैत्यमहाबले घोररूपे महारावे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। दंष्ट्राकरालवदने शिरोमाला विभूषणे चामुण्डे मुण्डमथने नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। लक्ष्मीलज्जे महाविद्ये श्रद्धे पुष्टिस्वधे ध्रुवे महारात्रि महामाये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। मेधे सरस्वति वरे भूतिबाभ्रवितामसि नियते त्वं प्रसीदेशे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते। एतत्ते वदनं सौम्यं लोचनत्रयभूषितम् पातु नः सर्वभूतेभ्यः कात्यायनि नमोऽस्तुते। ज्वालाकरालमत्युग्रमशेषासुरसूदनं त्रिशूलं पातु नो भीतेः भद्रकाली नमोऽस्तुते। हिनस्ति दैत्यतेजांसि स्वनेनापूर्यया जगत् सा घण्टा पातु नो देवी पापेभ्यो न सुतानिव। असुरासृग्वसापङ्क चर्चितस्ते करोज्ज्वलः शुभाय खड्गो भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नतावयम्। रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रितायाश्रयतां प्रयान्ति। एतत् कृतं यत् कदनं त्वयाद्य धर्मद्विषान् देवि महासुराणां रूपैरनेकैर्बहुधात्ममूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत्प्रकरोति कान्या। विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु विवेकदीपिः वाद्येषु वाक्येषु चकात्वदन्या। मम त्वगर्तेति महान्धकारे बिभ्रामयत्येतदतीव विश्वम्। रक्षांसि यत्रोग्रविषाच्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्युबलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तथाभिमध्ये तत्र स्थिता त्वं परिपासि विश्वम्। विश्वेश्वरी त्वं परिपासि विश्वम् विश्वात्मिका धारयसीह विश्वम्। विश्वेशवन्द्या भवती भवन्ति विश्वाश्रया ये त्वयि भक्तिनम्रः। देवि प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीतिः नित्यं यथासुरवधादधुनैव सद्यः। पापानि सर्वजगतां प्रशमं न याशु उत्पातपाकजनितांश्च महोपसर्गान्। प्रणतानां प्रसीद त्वं देवि विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीड्ये लोकानां वरदा भव। ॐ श्री नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
अपना चित्त सहस्रार पर लाते हैं। Kindly bring the attention on Sahasrara. परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे सहस्रार पर विराजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आपके चरण कमलों का दर्शन हमारे सहस्रार पर दीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हम सब अपना अहंकार और प्रति अहंकार आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें परम चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें निर्विचार निर्विकल्प ध्यान में स्थित कीजिए। जय श्री माता जी। इसी ध्यान की स्थिति में अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। नवरात्रि पूजा 1989 पार्ट 1।
Today is the 8th day of the Devi Puja, and On this day, the power of Kali acts, and she is the one called as Samhara Kali, meaning the one who destroys all the evil forces. So it is a very good day that we have a puja here in England. I'm very happy about it. I expect it in my purse, I think. So, where is she? She's got it. Now, I was thinking that I should talk to the UK Sahajogis because very important. I'll be completing now 16 years of my stay in UK, and I've really found such love and such goodness about you people. Now, next year I will not be staying here because my husband is going to be transferred, and of course I'll be coming back, and for a month or so I could be with you, maybe much more closer than I've been so far. But there's something that I think I should warn you people, because now I'm receiving lots of letters about Gavin, asking why Gavin has become like that, what's gone wrong with him. Perhaps everybody seems to be quite frightened to see these things happening, and to some other Sahajogis also. Because in other countries, when the Sahajogis go out of Sahajayoga, they don't get after me or they don't get after Sahajayoga or Sahajogis, but they think there's something wrong with them and they feel very sorry and keep out. But why is it that Gavin has become so adamant and is becoming so much against us, and I'm told he's supplying information to some horrible organizations and things like that? I mean, I don't know how to explain human behavior. It's difficult because when you have found out something so great and if you cannot value it, what happens? Why? So, I feel that English have so many great qualities among them, because at the time of crisis, they are the ones who have always stood up. Because of them, we could avert the war. Second World War was averted because of them. Not only that, but also they work out things at the nick of the time, whenever it is necessary. And their whole style is very quiet, and they show results at the right time. That's a fact, no doubt, one has to accept it. All these qualities are there, but I think there are certain other things which are crawled up, and maybe that's one of the reasons we have to guard against if you have to keep to Sahajayoga, if you have to grow in Sahajayoga. So one of the things I found out that English believe more in the style, what is your style? Say like a cocktail style, you can call it a dandy style, and punk style, and this style and that style. You have got tailcoat style, all sorts of styles. Yeah. And because too much of it in the atmosphere, too much. As soon as you see a house, they'll tell you, oh, this is Georgian, this is such and such, and this is neo, this and that. So, you see, it must go up to that style. It has to be that style, you see. And any house which is not to that style, then they'll say, oh, it's a compromise, it's a little fussy, or I don't know what all words they use to criticize it. So this is one thing we have to know, that styles cannot substitute the content. It cannot be a substitute. Style is so outward and so deceptive. It is so deceptive and so outward that it deceives us also. It deceives us also. Thank you. Like if we feel that we are a class or something, this class consciousness also quite a lot. If you start thinking we're a class, then one has to know that this is something very man-made stuff, to be a class. If you say I'm a class, that means it's all man-made. It's not the way the divine is. Divine doesn't have all these differentiations. You are a class Sahajayogi means in the content within yourself you have such powers that you can face yourself happily and you enjoy yourself, you know yourself. That is what is a class in Sahajayoga. Not how you dress up or how you talk or you hold your fork and spoons. It's not the way. So this style that we think of is no substitute for the contents. Now this thing works out better with this outside culture that we have, that you should not express your feelings. You see, this is another nonsense they have taught us in this country, which is all nonsense, absolute nonsense. You should not express your feelings and you should be poised, you see, say somebody is dead, somebody died in in our circle, and Mr. Shrivastava went there. Thank God I had no black sari, so I didn't go. But you must go in the black sari and black blouse and black everything and the black bangles. And I said, Baba, I don't have all these black things, so what to do? So I didn't go. What is there? A person is dead now. He doesn't see you whether you in black or red, you see. But one thing is there definitely, that if you wear something, see, whatever you wear, you express the inside, the content within you, that you're so sad and unhappy. And then he went and then there was a champagne for that. Somebody is born, you have a champagne, somebody dies, you have a champagne. Anyway, so champagne has nothing to do with the style. They can have at any time. But the style was you must wear black, everything black. I said, this is too much. At the most one could have some strip of black, you see, to suggest. But what is there to suggest if somebody is dead? You do feel inside. And he was looking very sick. My husband was looking very sick because he was feeling so sad, really, that he had lost a friend. I also cried. So they said, what's the matter? Are you not well? They were all laughing, joking. And the dead body was lying in the next room. So CP said, no, but such a friend. Oh, be poised. You have no poise, Mr. Shiva. And one lady had gone, whom she's also our common friend. She's from, I think, Ghana or someplace. And she started crying, Naturally, I would have also cried. Thank God I didn't go. So they all criticized her. This is not proper. She should not have done all these things and all. So all these ideas, you see, every country has some sort of a conditioning, and we must realize what our conditionings are. Then we are all right, because we have to break all our conditionings in every country. The best thing about Sahajogis is that once they become a Sahajogi, they see the problems of their own country. This is the best thing we have. And they laugh at the people who are there. But still we must know there might be some subtle things lying within us, because from this case of Govind now you can see clearly. You see, he had a style, always had a style for everything. For puja he'll have a style, this thing he'll have a style, that thing he'll have a style. So I used to little bit doubt him, I said, why so much worried about his style? How? For small things, even if he'll wear a Indian dress, he will think of a style. What style it is? That's it. You see, we don't have any styles. This we have been wearing from ages now. What style can we have? We don't have Georgian, this, that style at all. It's only one style is kurta, that's all. So, like that, you see, he was more worried about the style he would put up. And that's what I'm saying. That we have to understand that style cannot substitute your content. Be careful. So now, not to express your feelings, you shouldn't laugh. You should sit like a monk. We don't want monks here, all right? You have to really laugh aloud. And enjoy and show your expression of your enjoyment. If you cannot laugh it out, if you do not know how to enjoy your spirit, you are not a Sahajayogi, finished. That's all. If you are a Sahajayogi, then you should be able to enjoy everything. Every small thing you should enjoy. Once we climbed a hill to go to a temple to see. It was an old temple. We went to see that and we had to climb quite a lot. My son-in-law, my daughter, they were exhausted. But I was enjoying everything. I didn't feel anything. I went up and then we all laid down there in one of the outer side of the temples. And he said, I'm fed up with this. My son-in-law said, it's too much to climb. I said, now watch these elephants. See, these elephants are so nicely done. Everybody has a different type of a tail. He said, Mommy, how can you see tails at this time when I'm so exhausted? I said, that's how I don't get exhausted. But you can see the tails. There are different. I said, just now I cannot. I said, you start seeing them, you'll forget it. And really it happens. So one thing is, we are not anymore English or UK Sahajogis, we are Sahajogis of the God's kingdom. And we know what is the truth. We are not going to make ourselves miserable for nothing at all, because some of our great-grandfathers have told us stupid things like this, that you have not to express your feelings. But it was not so bad, I must tell you, when I first came, when I gave realization to Douglas, if you see, he'll remember. You see, he lost all balance, he just picked me up and put me up like that. And I felt that English have improved a lot. But all Gregor was saying, he got nervous, he said, put it down. So it was so simple, so spontaneous, so natural. That is what we should understand. Are we natural? Are we spontaneous? Do we laugh aloud? Do we talk in a very open mind? To be open-hearted is wrong according to the old stupid traditions, what you must have had. It's wrong, absolutely wrong, I tell you. So this is one of the things we must cut out, that we have no other styles but Sahajayoga style is to laugh, to talk, to embrace everyone and to be joyous. That's what we are. Because we know the knowledge. We are Gnostics. We are not stupid blind people who would wear their black hats to go to church and sit over all the tombs there. We know such a lot. So this is first thing, that we have no styles. No styles of any kind. Now some Sahajogis went abroad, got married from UK, and I have complaints about them, that they think they have become ladies and ladas. I said, ladies and ladas? They had no jobs here. How have they become ladies? I said, they have. Now they want to wear a kind of a hat and they want to wear this kind of thing, and some of them have become hippies. I said, hippies? Why? Can't understand. And they don't want to talk to anyone, and they have a stiff upper lip. All English styles, you see. I said, I hope they are not wearing tailcoats borrowed from this Moss Bros. So, it was very sad, because they would not go to any collective programs, they would not, because, they have become now Sahibs, you see. In India, they are called as Sahibs. In India, if somebody tries to show too much style or tries to show that he's some class, now he's become a Sahib, you see, he's become a Sahib. Sahib means it's condemnation. In India, it is condemnation. But that's what it is, you see, it's come from English only. Because English would talk like that, you see, sometimes in such a manner that, he might be just a butler somewhere, but he would talk with such a big airs about it. But you're not that. So we've been thinking, why? Why is it that the English cannot open their hearts? After you live on the heart of the whole universe. If you don't open your hearts, who else is going to open their hearts? There's no need to be vivacious, you see, talking like this, talking like that. It's not needed. I'm not saying that. That please understand. But I'm saying in a proper, dignified manner, you have to laugh, you have to joke, you have to enjoy. Because there's no joy inside, that's why it is so. Is it not? Or is there joy? And still you think, if I laugh too much, what will people say? So this is one thing one has to understand, that all these artificialities are all stupid artificialities that were there. Like at the time, you go to one of the Queen's parties. I must tell you about it because I've been to all this nonsense. And there are people who come in there, of course, this Moss Bros business again, they come in their tail hoods. And some get very tight ones and some get very loose ones. The tight ones walk with such a funny gait, you don't know what to do, you feel like laughing all the time. They look like jokers, I tell you. Very nice, dignified people look like jokers. And the others who are loose ones walk like Charlie Chaplin. And I can never make them out. I tell you, I told CP, is he the same? Yeah, he's the same. Why? I can't make him out. He's looking so different, like Charlie Chaplin. Might be Charlie Chaplin might have been to one of such parties, I'm sure, the way he had his dress made. Because this is absolutely there, I tell you. And then they must have the tea, sit down, this, that nonsense, you see. What I'm saying, that all this trickles down to us from a man-made nonsensical idea. We are sitting in the kingdom of God. So we are not going to do all these things. We are not going to indulge into all such nonsensical things. Because it gives such an artificial superiority and cuts you off from the rest of the world. So I have to really tell you that in this whatever has happened, you see that the kind of a artificiality that was built up, the reality had to give up. You see, it couldn't bear any more of that artificiality. It was too much. I've tried to find out why there's difference. Like I've seen Jeremy and Robert. They have become real Italians, I tell you. So once we had gone for shopping and then we said, let's have some ice cream. Guido is very good at taking me to ice cream shops because I never eat otherwise. So we are there and suddenly we heard a big laughter coming. I said, looks like some Sahajayoga is coming this side. It was Baba Mama and these two coming down to the same shop and laughing so loudly that even the Italians were looking at them, that who are these greater Italians who have come here? Three of them laughing and laughing. And they saw us and they got a fright because I was sitting. I said, I'm so happy to hear your laughter all the way you came here and everybody was looking at you. Because both of them know Italian language. They know another language. There's another thing with us is that we don't want to learn any other language. Everyone will have to jolly well learn English language, otherwise we think they are all stupid fools. And we make fun of them. I've seen so many films here, they show so many little dramas, sometimes some sort of series coming, where they show French speaking English in a funny way or a German speaking in a funny way. And also I think English can speak in quite a funny way. To me, sometimes it's impossible. Like today the ticket collector, I don't know what language he spoke, but I didn't understand what he was talking. He was trying to be nice, you see. But I was looking at him, I was about to ask now, what, Oxford English or is it Cambridge English? I don't understand. That's how. So what I am saying, that language is just for communication. But in the communication, if there is no love, if there is no genuineness, if there is no feeling, concern, why do we want to communicate with anyone? Just a lip service, no good. So now we are not only part and parcel of this world, but of the whole. And then everything circulates through you once you give up this insular feeling. But insulation is there, very much insulation in the character, maybe because of England being an island. Except, as I was telling today to David, that except for attacking other people and going into up to even China, up to Australia, otherwise they are insulated. So we must learn to watch ourselves. We must learn what is coming to us from our forefathers. This is the inheritance we have got. So suddenly we become lords, suddenly we become ladies, suddenly we become some sort of an English duke. In India they made a lot of fun. You must have seen the duke's nose, they have got it, given the name to one projection of a mountain. They call it, this is a duke's nose, because some duke must have gone with a nose like that. So we must learn to make fun of ourselves. Then all these things will disappear. And must understand that we are much higher people than this limited thing. It's no good. And if we are following these old people, then we can become bhutish with them, because they were quite bhoots. You can see them, they were quite bhoots the way they did certain things. And now they are dead and gone. We are newly born, special people. We are flowers. And we should be fragrant. And this what happened with Gavin is that he's gone down too much, and this Valerie is a character which is another horrible one. I just don't know what to say about her. Less said the better. I mean, I've never seen such a person writing such a horrible thing. I've never heard that such books are written for general reading. I mean, in India, I mean, out of question, even one sentence like that won't be permitted. Something that's nauseating, absolutely nauseating. I couldn't read, of course, I'm sorry to say, but whatever I heard about it and whatever few lines that I read, I said, Baba, stop it, stop it, stop it. I don't want to vomit. So just to have a style and this and that, it is not all right. We are the spirit, and the spirit is the light all around us. All around our auras, there are people walking with a special type of personality. What do we need style for? Who has better style than ours? We make our own styles. We are the makers of styles. So to conform to some sort of a nonsensical idea and to secede yourself, or to separate yourself, to cut yourself from the collective is nonsensical. Now this time, those who are going to India, I have to tell you one thing, that you must get mixed up with people. We will not have any camp which will have only English or this. And it's a very common feeling. We must face it. It's a very common feeling, because now I'm in England, so I'm also English. But I don't have this feeling in me. But I have seen Indians, when they live here, they become like this. I went to a place called Mar del Plata in Argentina. It's a very beautiful place, very beautiful colony of people. So I said, who are these people living here? They said, all Spanish, Italians, this, that. And English? I said, no. English have a separate colony of theirs. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow we have a separate colony of the English Indians. Could be. They say in Sanskrit, Sangati Sangadoshena, means if you live with somebody, you become like that. So we might have some dukes and duchesses in the Indian community also, possibly tomorrow if they live here. See? Quite possible. This is such a atmosphere, charged. We are something special. And it shows so clearly when they go to another country. It creates problems. They cannot mix up with people. They cannot talk to others. All the time, they think they are like some media people trying to criticize. The whole attitude is that we have to get mixed up with the whole ocean of Sahajogis. Instead of that, if you behave like that, people think they are sort of criticizing us. That's why I've said many a times that we cannot use the word I like or I believe. No, not to use. Because that is how you despise others. I don't like this. I don't like that. You may not even have half of this in the house, your own. But they will say like that. You may not have food in the house to eat, but when they go to somebody's house, they say, I don't like this food. That we don't have to have. All these things I have seen in him, and that's what I am telling you. Of course, there are many books to read and we can.
जय श्री माता जी, कृपया ध्यान की स्थिति बनाए रखें. Let us remain in meditation for some time. जय श्री माता जी। श्री आदि शक्ति मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं।
श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी की
जय। जय श्री माता जी। हम सब प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारे अंदर श्री महाकाली की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें दिव्य शक्ति से आशीर्वादित कीजिए। हमें सहज संस्कृति में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारे झूठे कंडीशनिंग्स दूर कीजिए और हमें स्टाइल से परे स्थित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें आत्मा का आनंद प्रदान कीजिए। हमें सामूहिकता में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हमारा हृदय पूर्ण रूप से खोल दीजिए। हमारा हृदय प्रेम, करुणा और वात्सल्य से भर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें कृत्रिम श्रेष्ठता से दूर रखिए। कृपा कर हमें परमात्मा के साम्राज्य में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपके श्री महागौरी स्वरूप, श्री आदि शक्ति स्वरूप को हम हृदय से वंदन करते हैं। श्री माता जी, वी डेडिकेट टुडेज मेडिटेशन एट योर होली लोटस फीट। श्री माता जी, बाय योर ग्रेस प्लीज अवेकन द पावर ऑफ श्री महाकाली विद इन अस। प्लीज ब्लेस अस विथ डिवाइन पावर। श्री माता जी, please establish us in Sahaj culture. By your grace, please remove our false conditionings. Shri Mata Ji, kindly position us beyond style. Shri Mata Ji, please give us the joy of our soul. Shri Mata Ji, kindly establish us in collectivity. Mother, please open our heart completely and kindly fill it with pure love, compassion and affection. Shri Mata Ji, please keep us away from artificial superiority and establish us in the kingdom of God. Param Puja Shri Mata Ji, we bow down to your Shri Maha Gauri Swarupa, Shri Adi Shakti Swarupa from the bottom of our hearts. Shri Mata Ji, आपके श्री चरणों पर हमारा कोटि कोटि नमन, कोटि कोटि नमन, अनंत कोटि नमन। जय श्री माता जी। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। जय श्री माता जी। आज के कार्यक्रम, आज शाम का ध्यान ठीक 7 बजे प्रतिष्ठान पुणे यूट्यूब चैनल पर लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज का ध्यान सत्र यहीं पे संपन्न होता है। अब हम सहज भजनों का आनंद लेते हैं। आज का दिन सबके लिए आनंदमय, मंगलमय रहे। जय श्री माता जी।
शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकम् प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकम् षष्ठमं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजेन्द्रं धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टकं प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकम् शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकम् भक्तावासं स्मरे नित्यं आयुष्कामार्थसिद्धये प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकम् प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं